Hello everybody, welcome back to Healthy Hump Day here at the Wellness Way at Mill Pond Integrative Health and Wellness. So today we've got Dr. Justin Pearce. He is our neurological specialist here in the office because today we're going to be talking about the power of the adjustment. So Dr. Shannon and I, we come to you guys every week with different health tips, and we focus more on the two T's being toxins and thoughts. And so, how different products that we use on a day-to-day basis can negatively affect our body, how our organ systems are functioning, how our glands are functioning, hormone imbalances, nutritional deficiencies. We talk to you a lot about that. We also talk to you a lot about how stress can negatively impact the performance of your body and the function of your body overall. But we've got Dr. Pearce with us here today because he's going to talk to you about the power of the chiropractic adjustment. We are chiropractors, and now our focus is really in integrated healthcare, but a big portion of overall performance and overall function is how our brain is communicating with our body, because the brain does control and regulate all function in our body. And so as a chiropractor, Dr. Pearce is going to tell you why it's so important to maintain the healthier spine, get chiropractic adjustments. So Doc, talk to us.
Very good. So Dr. Pearce again, hi. A lot of people have been adjusted and had good experiences or had bad experiences. I had a patient just in here today, and we were going over his x-rays, going over all this and how it works, and he looked at it and just said, wow, you guys are truly preventative, truly holistic, really trying to prevent you, get you well, get you fixed, get you taken care of now before you ever have to take care of it, right? You only get one spine, you get one body, and you don't take care of it. I ate a vegetable one time, or it was vegetable oil maybe, and you probably shouldn't be doing that anyways, right? And I worked out a couple times, I did this, but what did you do to take care of your spinal cord? What did you do to take care of your nervous system? And most people don't even know what that is, even if they've been adjusted. So I look at it this way, that we were created with the most amazing healing power inside of us. God put all the power inside of our brains to make everything work, to make your heart beat, your lungs beat, to make your stomach to digest, to make your pancreas work, to make everything work. Your brain sends signals down the spine, out those nerves, to make your body function. Now just take, for instance, if I were to take the nerve that connects to your heart, and if I cut that nerve in half, what do you think would happen?
It's going to stop beating.
Your heart's going to stop, but you die instantly. There's nothing telling it to beat anymore. But instead of cutting the nerve to your heart, if I'm sitting there on Facebook right now watching this like this, so you know who you are, so sit up, and usually when we start saying that, people start sitting up, right? Walk out into the waiting room, and people are waiting for numbers to get adjusted and stuff, or their kids are just sitting there like this, and it's oh my gosh, that you are causing problems. Or how about your children that are sitting at home on their iPads or iPhones all the time? You go to a restaurant, you look, and what are all those kids doing? They're on their phones, they're sitting here, they're playing games, they're on the computer, they're building bad posture, and the posture is a way that we can look at your spine. So we're supposed to have these curves, 45-degree curvatures in our spine, is so that gravity can be absorbed on those discs, so that we don't build degeneration or arthritis. And then when you go to your doctor and they do an x-ray of your neck and they see some arthritic changes in there, their arthritis, they say it's a normal aging process. Well, how is that normal? Because if you were to die right now and then fast forward 100 years, I go and dig you up, what's the only thing that's left there?
Your spine.
The spine, the bones, they did not degenerate, they did not decay. So why does it do it here? Well, it's a defense mechanism. It's your body's way of trying to protect you, because it won't let you walk around like this. You might walk around, and I like to call it old lady posture, right? You got the walker, you got this. You don't want to be that. You think it's normal. It's not normal. It's very common to be like that. Because again, you got to remember that you were born for greatness. You were born for amazingness. You were born for genius. You were born for world class. You were born for health and wellness, but you're sick. Why are you sick? Well, I stopped taking care of what takes care of my body. You go and you get your oil changed every 3,000 miles. You make sure that you take care of and you maintain your air conditioning, your home. You take care of all these things, but you never take care of the one thing that makes you go, and that's your brain and your spinal cord, because we're able to look and see based off of the x-rays where the damage is, where the interference is. Again, remember, if you pinch the nerve, because I was doing this, so again, rather than cutting the nerve, if I pinch the nerve because I lose the curvature and I start to have that forward head posture, pinch the nerve that goes to your heart, now your heart doesn't work optimally. Your heart doesn't work towards full function 100%. It starts to build less. It starts to pump less blood. It beats less times. And over time, you develop sickness and disease. And now you think that your high blood pressure is from a lack of lisinopril. And that's exactly how you treat your headaches. You treat your headaches because they're a lack of Advil, a lack of Excedrin. You treat your diabetes because it's a lack of metformin. It's a lack of the purple pill, not the blue pill, the purple pill, right? Does that Nexium? Make sure I get that very clear, right? You treat these diseases with drugs, but it's not ever fixing the problem. And that's what we look to do as Wellness Way doctors, as chiropractors, is just look where the brain is not communicating, remove the interference. And just off of that alone, I've seen people, have thyroid issues and hormone issues and have headaches and have sciatica and housing, and literally one adjustment disappeared. So then you go to the next person who has the same types of symptoms and it doesn't disappear, right? And so that just means it wasn't just the trauma portion. Remember, there's the toxins and the thoughts. It's one of those stresses that's causing your problem. That's why we look at an overall holistic view. Find out what's wrong here, find out what's wrong in here, get you fixed, get you well, and see the amazing changes from it. So
absolutely, that's awesome. And Dr. Pearce brought up a great point. A lot of times you go to the doctor and you have arthritis in the spine or degeneration in the spine, and they're told it's because of age. Right. But when we look at an x-ray, especially when we look at this type of x-ray from the side, you'll see 2 or 3 vertebrae, usually in the apex of the curve, that's starting to degenerate. Yep. But how much older are those bones than the ones above and below that are completely fine, right? That's right. And so again, we don't let age be an excuse in our office, because we see 90-year-olds that are thriving, and we see 40-year-olds that are dying, sick, and suffering, and it's because of how you take care of your body over the years. And again, this is a huge part of overall health. I got a quick story. When my daughter was born, it was a great pregnancy, a great process as far as the birth. Once we got to the birthing center, within 30 minutes, Amanda had our daughter Ryan. Didn't have an IV in her arm, no pain medicines, no nothing. But we had a birth plan with our midwife, and when the head comes out, the doctors are told to turn the neck to help those shoulders turn. Well, we didn't want that to happen, but because our midwife wasn't there, the midwife that was there, as soon as the head came out, she followed her training, turned the neck. Well, my baby girl went to mama's chest, wasn't breathing, was blue, wasn't moving, and wasn't crying like she was supposed to. So we cut the cord a lot sooner than we were supposed to, took her over to the incubator table. As my wife is asking me how tall she is, how much she weighs, they are cupping her chest with the oxygen mask, trying to break up phlegm because they think that there's just fluid stuck in her chest. The problem was her brain could not tell her lungs to breathe because of a misalignment of the very top bone in her neck. And so felt like 5 minutes, but after about 5 seconds of me being frozen, Lord told me, check your baby's atlas. So right as they were about to take her away and shove a 1-inch diameter plastic tube down her throat to force her to breathe, I snapped out of it. I grabbed my baby's neck, and with a very, very precise, very gentle adjustment, immediately she went red or pink from head to toe, started breathing. I mean, I still get shaked up talking about this, but again, guys, you can't underestimate the power of a chiropractic adjustment. And so this is recommended in just about all of our care plans, because just about everybody absolutely needs to be adjusted and maintain their spine.
That's right. Some need to be adjusted more than others. Some have more degeneration or arthritis than others. Think about a 50-year-old male who played sports versus a 10-year-old kid who's got some digestive issues and some ADD, right? So everybody's different, but this is always something that has to be addressed and has to be checked. Okay. Also, maybe a story for another day. They said that they had the birth and his wife had no drugs. So when we birthed our baby and we delivered him at home, I didn't have any drugs or medications either. So that's just a side note as well.
That's right. But yeah, guys. So listen. Chiropractic care, doing the metabolic things, guys, we see some of the most amazing life transformations in here. And so, again, when you hear chiropractic, most people think neck pain, back pain, headaches. But as you can see from what Dr. Pearce just talked us to about, it's such a bigger picture, because the brain literally controls and regulates everything through our spinal cord. And the spine, the reason why we work on the spine is because it houses our lifeline. So get into your chiropractor, come in to see us, get checked. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week on Healthy Hump Day.